A very warm welcome to Tashkent in Uzbekistan as we prepare to get semi-final number 2 underway from the F5 Boys U19 World Championships. It's France versus Iran. It is a big matchup between two teams that have a very realistic shot at the gold medal here. Iran coming through yesterday's quarter-final impressively against Finland, winning out by 3-1 after a 3-1 victory over Belgium in the round of 16. And France, equally impressive, 3-0 over Brazil in the round of 16. And then a very, very good win over a dangerous Italian side, beating them by the same scoreline. So this one is set up very nicely indeed. The winner will play Poland in the gold medal final tomorrow, who had a quite superb game against Spain earlier today, beating them in straight sets. So there's plenty of excitement still to come from this Under-19 World Championship, and two teams that really do want to grab that place in the final. But this is going to be a very tough contest in the semi-final. Adel Galami just waving to the crowd. Fantastic player in his day, middle blocker with the Iran senior squad, now going into his role as a coach. And on the other side of the net, Jean-Manuel Le Provost has put together a very good campaign with this talented group of French players. They have height at the net, they have a very strong middle, which could be useful to combat Iran's tendency to go down the centre of the net. Arshia, their captain, loves to set his middles, but there are some seriously good players on display in this match, and that could mean we are in for a real thriller. So then, the last of the formalities to get underway. First of all, the introduction of our two referees for this game.
The first referee is John Young-in from Korea.
Jung Ah-yeon is our first referee, and Jose Beltre is our second referee. Korea and Dominican Republic then in charge of this game. And now, time for the national anthems of both countries.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Iran.
Proud moment for two teams packed with future star talent. There's coach Le Provost just shaking hands with his opposite number, Adel Golami. Both coaches will be feeling the pressure here, I'm sure. This is a really big game. This could have been the gold medal matchup. France have had a very tough route through to this stage, as have Iran, and it's not going to get any easier now. And as the players go through the final formality of shaking hands at the net, we'll be meeting our lineups very shortly. Two lineups that are pretty well established. France having to use two opposites yesterday in their victory over Italy. Novacek, it looks like he'll be starting again in this game, but Ino Dukic was a very good replacement when he came in. And they'll be looking for a big shift from their top scorer, Andrei Jokanovic. But let's meet the Iran team first of all. Ashia, the captain, will be setting Amir Naderi, their top scorer, with 102 points so far in this tournament. He starts opposite and he is very impressive. Then through the middle, Mohamed Nima Bateni and Amin Assay, they've put a good show on and they get a lot of sets. And then on the outside, they're not going to go with the big man Zamani, 2 meters and 8. Instead, they're going to go with the very mobile left side players, Mohamed Amin and number 16, Amir Mohamed Rafi Rab, known simply as Rafi. Their libero is Madi Sakavi, and a very impressive player he is too. On the other side of the net, Teo Matzluf is their setter. Another tall setter at 2 meters and 3, puts up a very good block. Guillaume Respo is the libero. Andrei Jokanovic just confirmed as a UC Irvine player. He's going to be an anteater next year out in the States at university. And Dad was a former bronze medalist with the former Yugoslavia in Atlanta 1996, so comes from good volleyball stock. The very impressive captain, Noah Duflor Rossi, in the number 22 shirt, will be the other left side player with Jokanovic. And then dangerous middles, Daniel Iegbakedo and William Laplace have got a real role to play in stopping Iran's big middle offense. And if they can do that, then France are in the game. Adelin Novacek is in the opposite slot to start. And they've got Ino Dukic on the bench should they need him. Adel Golami then, former Iran great, is their coach. And France's Jean-Manuel Le Provost in charge of this young French team. The scene is set for what should be a really good semi-final. Two nations that have met each other on the world stage many, many times. Away we go then with semi-final number 2 in the white shirts. It's France up against a team who are going to run middle all day long. In the black, the Islamic Republic of Iran, and straight away, first point on the board down that middle channel. Setter Ashia Sadati, the captain, is always looking to release those quick balls. But France have 2 middle blockers that can deal with it in Laplace and Iegbakedo. Well, first ball through the middle for France is defended, and the brilliant opposite player Amir Naderi puts it away. Iran's top scorer, the 17-year-old left-hander, who scored 19 points in their victory yesterday over Finland, starts well against that very tall French block. Lovely pass. Tight set. Novacek relies on his big jump to get that one over the net. Excellent defence from Respo. And again, no net touch. Novacek spotted there by our second referee. Just about the perfect start for Iran, and those horns in the background are provided by the Iran fans, who are here in force to support this one. Middle blocker Amin continues his serve run. Matzluf has to be aware. Slapped off the block by Jokanovic, out of the back line by captain Duflor Rossi. Iran have done their homework, they're getting everything right here. And finally some power. Adelin Novacek Gets that cross-court shot away at last, and France are on the board. It's taken a while. Two very good middle blockers either side of the net. The Iran middles get used a lot, and that's a good read from Laplace. Novacek, though, once again overdoes it at the net, and the referees have penalised him. So important today that France get control of the ball. If they want to run their offence quick, they can cause problems for Iran's middle. Good shot from Deri. Respo just about passes it, and Rossi fires it way out the back. And Iran into their stride early in this semi-final. Poland await the winners in tomorrow's gold medal matchup. Spain will contest the bronze with the loser of this game. Off pace, Chow forced through the... This is impressive. Iran very steady at the moment. France just struggling to get any rhythm in the early phases of this opening set. Rafi to serve. And straight in the net from the skipper. Just can't get control of the ball right now because Iran's serving has been targeted, deliberate, and it's causing all sorts of problems for Jokanovic and Rossi. Timeout called. Rafier will have to keep his head in this ahead of the next serve. And this is where coaches really earn their money. Le Provost knows his team have got off to a poor start here, but he's got to get them to forget that, move on, try and build some rhythm and see what they can do in this opening set. Iran, though, have come to the party to win. Another good serve. Block contains France well. And defence is good from Naderi, off his knees, the captain. Arshia sets well, and Iran are just flying here. Not sure what France can do to stop them. French body language not great. And at last, let off the hook. Rafier goes into the net. Well, 5-point deficit already for France to try and deal with. Good serve from Novacek. Great reach over the net from the blocker Matzluf, but still it's not enough. He loves it. He absolutely loves the responsibility, Naderi, of being the attacker for Iran, the man who takes responsibility. Nima, one of the middles to serve. It's not working, is it? Matzluf is tight, he's not able to run the tempo that his hitters want at the moment, but that was one of the first really decent passes to come in, and he's put it just too high. Good pass again. Middle is excellent. Egbekero, tall man at 2 meters and 5, both he and William Laplace. more than capable of carrying the offense. Florossi, good serve. Iran under a bit of pressure. Naderi hits a good ball out of system, but France defend. Jukanovic doesn't put it down. Matzluf not hitting his places at the moment with set location. It's causing real problems at the moment for the hitters. Matzluf is off his game. But in his defence, the pass has been a little sketchy as well. Thomas Schmitz-Straumann is the backup setter on the bench for France. Don't think that Coach Le Provost is going to go there just yet. He'll leave the starting setter out there for a while. Well, he's finding his middles pretty well. Quick set around the back, hit well by Becerra. And it will be Becerra that serves. Well, there's a lot of traffic going through Naderi at the moment, and they are really putting a heap of pressure on Jukanovic and Duflorossi out on that left side. 12-5. Iran get off to a flyer. Not quite an ace, but the free ball opportunity is not put away by Naderi. Now, is that another neck touch by France? It is. Would you believe it? 3 neck touches already from the French team. Iran didn't make the most of that, but they get away with the point. Overpass. That's going to go Iran's way as well. Matzluf playing it over on Iran's side of the net, and the young French setter's getting pretty upset with his players for their passing. He just can't get into his rhythm. At last, the service error from Amin lets France off the hook again, but not before some serious damage has been done on this scoreboard. Matzluf serves. Novacik is into the front court. He's got a good block, Novacik, but no match for the offense there. Lovely tempo on that ball from Ashia, the setter. Watch how quickly this goes from A to B. Blockers, no chance. Well, Matzluf's only really comfortable outlet at the moment seems to be the middle. Jukanovic, Duflorossi, Novacik not in the game at the moment. Pipe attack, first one we've seen today. Well, France managed to scrap the point. This is all they need at the moment. Keep the side outs going and just try and grab a point here and there on service. Iran out of system. What a hit. What a hit from Rafiek. He really was impressive yesterday when he came into the game for Zamani. And he's continued in this semi-final. This is a wonderful kill. Short ball. Duflorossi keeps it off the floor, but gives a free ball over the net to Iran. Naderi defended well by Respo. Duflorossi chops it into the angle. That's a bread and butter shot for him. He scores a lot with that, but like I said, Iran have done their homework. Their defensive positioning has been exceptional, and their blocking lineup just spot on. Naderi, left-hander, easier pass. Good reach on the block from Niemet. Another chance. Iran don't score. Jokanovic well positioned in the back line, then comes in for the pike, but nothing is working for France at the moment. There's a real disconnect out there in offence for the French team. A second timeout called already by Jean-Manuel Le Provost. He's just trying to get his team to play together. Fiery start from this Iran side. It's very impressive. Semi-final one had a very similar feel, with Poland dominating the match. Iran have taken control early. Naderi then, from the timeout, sensible serve. He gets some height. Novacek, he's very impressive in the warm-up. He hits it vertical. Can't do that in games with the blockers in the way, but he still contacts the ball really high. William Laplace, one ace yesterday in the quarterfinals, needs a few here. That'll do for starters, good serve. And a good play, power tip down the front of the block, very deliberately played by Raffier. Martzluf is getting stuck a little bit here with his body position. It means he's firing the ball out behind the wingers a little bit. France in all sorts of bother in set one. It's been a while since Naderi's hit one. That's a phenomenal dig from Respo, the French libero. And it's earned his team the point. No wonder he's celebrating. The number 9 in the red shirt. Tremendous effort. Both liberos in red today, incidentally. And both impressive individuals. I've been watching them all week, and the athleticism of both Respo and Sakavi is really impressive. What a set. What a set. Arshia knew that Naderi was expecting this ball and happy to come and get it. Great volleyball. Iran at the moment looking the part here. France have got their work cut out. Overhit, out of play. France can't do anything right at the moment. The challenge is going to be used simply to slow the match up. Well, if the coach asks for it, the referee has to go along with it. But I think we all know what the answer to this particular question is going to be in the negative, I'm afraid, for France. That looked well over the top of the block. That's a big jump from Amin. He's 196, the Iran left-sider, but even he couldn't get to that ball from Novacek, who's blasted it out the back. 21-11 Iran. There have been few passes where the middle has been an option, but Martzluf has gone there every time it has been available. Well, he was impressive yesterday, the French captain, the top scorer in the game with 23 points against Italy, but Noah Duflo-Rossi is at the moment being shut out of this one by Iran. Here's his opposite captain, Al-Shir, the Iran setter, with the serve. Puts a bit of fizz on that one. Good touch from Sakavi. Oh, it's a good turn and defense from Novacek. Respo keeps it live. Iran get another free ball. And the ball to the middle is read rather nicely by Daniel Iegbekedo. Monster block indeed. From the 2.5 tall French blocker. That brings William Laplace now to the net. 2 meters tall. And his other middle blocking partner has the serve. Easy ball. Too easy. Well, Jukanovic tried a little bit extra there to get Naderi with the block. He didn't get anywhere near him. The left-hander is controlling this match with ease. 2 points away from an impressive start by Iran. And again, and they're pulling out the trick shots now. Double quick on the reverse. Set beautifully by Ashir. Set points, plenty of them. This is the perfect opener from Iran. Not quite the clinical finish though. Still a 10-point lead. Can France find any kind of momentum? Coach Le Provost has got some thinking to do. No, that is just blasted out the back. 25-14. Iran have demolished France in set one. Well, there'll be a few senior teams watching this that wouldn't fancy playing Iran in this kind of form. This is impressive. 25-14 in just 19 minutes. France have got a lot of work to do to get themselves into this match, and the work will have to start in set two. Iran playing with confidence. The only real stat that screams out from that one is the 11 errors from France. That's handing the best part of half a set to your opponents. And I guess from France's point of view, the expression, "it can't get any worse," probably applies right now. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights then from set one. France unable to do anything they really wanted to do in that first set because they spent the whole of it chasing. Iran started strong. I have to say, the Iran serving in comparison to yesterday's performance against Finland seems to have gone up a gear. And they've really targeted the seams between the French passers with great effect. And it's virtually silenced Jokanovic, one of the top scorers in the tournament. And he's captain Duflorossi. So far, so good for Iran then. Set 2 on the way. Some rather bewildered French players down there on the floor in the white kit. They have just been taken to pieces by Iran in the black in set 1. Can they find a way back into this game? It's not going to be easy. But I'll remind you, this French squad has the players to do it. Looks like they might have made an early change. I'll update you in a second. France, that is. No need for Iran to change. Yeah, they have. So they've brought Ino Dukic in on that right side. Not as tall, not as high jumping as Novicic, but he was really good when he came on from the bench yesterday against Italy. And wouldn't you know it, France take a 2-0 lead. It's not in, it's not an ace. You have to take it to Iran. There's no other way to play them. If they've got their tails up, if they are confident, these players will not relent. So you've got to go after them. Couple of big blocks, couple of aces. That'll do. Yegbukedo making the block on the overpass. Iran feel, though, that this was in their airspace. Referee just explaining to the captain, Ashir, that that's not something that can be challenged. Under this particular system, you can challenge it in some leagues. 3-1 France then. Jokanovic with the off-pace serve, well covered. And very well here. I tell you what, Raffier has looked impressive. He comes in so hard and so steep on that angle that the blockers have to cover that. And when they do, he just whips it down the line. Game's leading scorer Naderi then with a big serve. Duflorossi isolated. Can't get past the block. Dukic can, but defended by Sakavi. Sakavi's on it again. This is better from France. And the power tip favoured by a lot of left side players at the moment. Looking for the seams in the block. Used well here by Duflorossi. Too good. Excellent tempo from setter Ashir. Raffier this time able to exploit the angle rather than the line. Jump serve very well in the first set. Did the number 16 for Iran. That's another good one. Control for Iran. Not the best. Good work. And this is impressive from the French players. They are trying to build a path back into this match, just trying to build their performance, and it's starting to look better. Wow. That was close. Laplace was not far away from a monster block here. Iran still playing with a lot of confidence. Beautiful. So good when tall players like Laplace can arrive nice and early. Good serve from Dufourossi, the captain, but Iran's ball control in this match, well, up until that point, has been really good. First time Naderi has done anything wrong in this match. And France, at 7-4, will feel just that little bit more settled. Another match where it was really difficult to see the game being over in straight sets. And France have certainly given us some hope from a neutral point of view that we're going to get more of the entertainment here, extending to 4, maybe even 5. Tough start to the match for coach Le Provost and his boys. It's all going so much better for the team in white. Another cracking serve from the French captain. And brave defensive efforts as well from him and Respo. A lot of the French squad based at the National Volleyball Centre. So a centralisation that allows players to go there and live and train almost. Acrobatic stuff from France playing this just right, holding on to this lead. Good read, really good read. Diego Boquero didn't even bother looking there, just put his arms in front of the ball, got the monster block, turned away to celebrate.
Substitution by Iran, number 4, out, number 21, in.
So Iran forced into a change. How quickly a match can just turn around from favouring one team to another. New setter on court for Iran. Oh, it's good work. Raffier comfortably outmatched by the block of France there, but manages to force it down. Dukic. So Amir Mohamed Ramazani is out on the floor. He's the playmaker, the new playmaker for Iran, replacing the captain Ashir. Oh, and everybody getting in everyone's way. Yeah, very nice. Well, Dutch coach from the 90s, Joop Alberta, always used to say to his players, be on time, be available. The Egg was both. And gets a touch in the block. De Florossi off the top of the hands. Well played by Amin. Raffier again underneath the block. That's pretty tricky for him to work there. And then they get a stuff on the main man. Amir Naderi is shut down. How different this game feels in the space of what? 5-8 minutes? It's all changed. It's all France now. Kanovic just about gets it over. Huge attack. Iran are so expansive in their offense, it's great to watch. So it was just a little breather for Captain Ashir Sadati and a little chat with his coach Adel Golami. He's back in now, the playmaker and captain for Iran. Naderi serves. Amazing, isn't it? What a difference a negative scoreboard makes when Iran were up and buoyant. All the serves were going in with pressure. Now the errors are coming. And it does look like we are on our way to 1-set-all in this semi-final. What looked comfortable for Iran now looks like a struggle. That's gone long. No touch on any blocker or defender, although we are going to get a request for a challenge here. Confirming with the coach what it's for. You've got to be very specific about. So I suspect this will be.
Unsuccessful video challenge by Iran.
Unsuccessful challenge. Iran, having taken France to pieces in set one, find themselves under the cosh here in set two. Naderi, though, with a good finish here. It's a good hit from Dukic, turning it down the line, past Amin. Nice serve from him as well. No need for Matzluf to play that, but he does. France don't make the most of it. And Iran similarly struggling. Nice work from Matzluf. Iran somehow get an arm on it, but not quite a foot. And France score easily again. One all, here we come. No, Dukic overcooks it this time around. And he's off. So came in to replace Novicic, and now the coach, having seen Dukic do a good job there, I think the coach wants Novicic to get into the action while the scoreboard is positive. Try and play without feeling that pressure, and if they can get him into the game, he's a very tall blocker, very useful at the net, which you need to be. Oh, good save, but no, that's going to... Referee.
Second timeout by Iran.
It's amazing, isn't it? Everything went Iran's way in set number one. Well, it's the reverse that applies in set number two, and Adel Galami is laying the law down here to his players right now. It can happen. Not easy to come back out onto court against a team that you have effectively thrashed in set one. France had not started, they'd not got into any kind of game, but now they're playing. Tipped out, but via the block of Martzluf. So next three rotations have Nanderi front line. It's probably a little better for Iran. So France just have to be on top of it here, and they are. That's a nice play. Laplace just attracting the attention of the blockers through the middle, and Martzluf firing it wide for the kill from Jukanovic. Top scorer, incidentally, is a middle player. Diego Paquedo at the moment on 8 with Raffier. That's not worked for Iran at all. That has. Diego Paquedo takes himself to 9. He might be the first man in the race to double figures. It's always good when a middle player gets there first. Wow. Impressive. Laplace, the other middleman for France, to serve again. Well, I heard a buzzer go off there. Play hasn't stopped. Good defence from Ashia on the other captain, De Florossi. And the ball out off the block. Well, De Florossi wants this challenge, but I'm not sure he's seen what the decision is. Well, they aren't going to go there. De Florossi was, I think, convinced that he'd kept this ball live, kept it off the floor. But it didn't look like the decision of the referee was about that. Remember, if it goes back over the net between the antenna, then it's not your ball to play, it's the opposition's ball to play. It can only be played by you if it goes around the outside of the antenna. So we might get a let here, we might replay the point, we'll see. So more changes. Iran searching to try and find the perfect combination. Armin, he's out. Syed Havar comes in as the new middleman and gets a funny old touch to start with. Well, you won't see a more weird block than that. Bizarre. Wins the point though. And Coach Le Provost just, I think, feeling the last 2 or 3 points for France were a bit messy. Apologies if you're hearing that on the courtside microphone. We had a bit of this yesterday. One of the young fans has managed to locate themselves right next to the microphone.
Welcome to France.
Well, at least you got a better commentator for the moment. Yeah, it's good. It's good from France. Iran's really scrapping hard here, trying to keep this point live. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That is a beautiful attack. Martselov shaping the hit and then playing super quick to the outside play. Good understanding between the French players. Good defence work again from France. No rhythm at all, is there, about this Iran game now? And it looks like we're going to get a very similar result in set number 2. Iran having demolished France in the opener, getting a dose of their own medicine in the second. France are on their way to 1-1. Crisis averted in terms of 3-0 anyway. Good block organisation. Big hit from Rafiq. And similarly so from Jokanovic. He has absolutely belted that off the blockers. Would you believe it? 24-14. Martselov serving with 10 set points. Might have been going long, they played it. And the Dairy, for good measure, is roofed out of sight. 25-14. France level the match at 1 set all. Well, every so often you will get a roller coaster ride in one of these matches. Younger, less experienced players don't always have that consistency of performance, so both teams playing brilliantly in 1 set. Iran first up, France to follow, and it means the match is level. The problem here for Iran is they've let France into the match, they've let them play, and now this is a very different proposition than the one that we had around about half an hour ago for Iran. Good news for all you middle blocking fans out there. Boquero of France is the first player to double figures. He's on 10, Raffier on 8, Naderi on 7. He started so strong, Naderi, but was unable to really score anything in that last set. Amin on 6. And then it's a series of French players who are just starting to find their way into the game dangerously. Duflorossi and Jukanovic starting to play well. Novacic's hype back on court. It's a very different picture for coach Le Provost and his team now. And away we go with set 3. France in the white, Iran in the black. We're 1 set all. And we're waiting to see which team steps up in the third. Not a bad start from Iran. Lovely pipe attack from Amin. Off his own pass. Good coverage, France being forced to play it again. Yeah, no surprise to see the middle. And the middleman supreme in flight. Boquero takes himself to 11 points. It's been a major part of why France have got back into this game. So good. Adel Galami's got some work to do here, the Iran coach. Slightly different pace of attack there through the middle, not quite the connection between Marzluf and Boquero. And then they leave the hit. Power tip from Duflorossi, easily dealt with by Amin, and that's nice. That's nice. Ashia determined to prove that his middles are every bit as mobile. Nima with the kill. Wow. Well, the pass from Duflorossi was right on the edge of the envelope. This set from Marzluf. Wow, what a hit. France defend, chance to level. Duflorossi against the blockers, gets the reuse, but it's not great. Iran can go again. Not a great set from Ashia either. Somehow this ball is still in play. He's been watching Anders Mol. Long rally finished by the French captain with a cheeky shot. Boquero with the serve. And Naderi's put it wide. Spirited start from Iran to this third set, but France looked like a completely different team from the one that we saw in the opener. Good heavy, deep serve. Just isolated the hitter, but Naderi's done really well there. In fact, my apologies, it was Raffier. That was not an easy ball to get through the block. But he's done it sweetly. With a better ball, Martzluf is able to operate with the kind of tempo that he likes. He's now starting to locate those sets so that Novicic and Jokanovic and Duflorossi can really flow onto the ball. Iran block is under pressure. Good coverage from Respo, the libero. Novicic whips it inside the blockers. He has got a really rangy swing, whip of an arm. He's hit this really well. Hits the lines judge though, second time of asking on the serve, but a break for France. It's a start. Iran need to recover from that. Good shot. Torrid time in set one for the French captain in the number 22 shirt, Duflorossi, but since that point he's been impressive. Not the best pass, but a great finish. Duflorossi to serve. It's a good serve. Iran out of system. Easily dealt with, and Jokanovic just goes block out for the point. More changes. Once again, Ashi has lost his place on court, and his coach, Coach Galami, is not happy with him. Ashia, the captain, just walks past him and wanders away to the subs area. Backup setter. Amir Mohamed Ramazani is in. Has barely played in this tournament, the number 21 for Iran. But he's got his chance here for the second set on the bounce. All a little too fast from France. And inaccurate from Iran. The Naderi blasts it out the back. Wow. Lots of changes here for Iran. So out goes Naderi, their top scorer. In comes Pasha Galadar, 16-year-old, 2 meters and 1 tall, opposite as the replacement right side. New setter, new opposite. Let's see if it's a new Iran. Well, including Sayed Havar, there's 3 new players on court for Iran right now. France making the most of this. This is not a group of players for Iran that will be overly familiar with each other out on the floor. Well, my apologies, I thought Alvar was already on, but no, in he comes. So once again, Amin is invited to return to the bench. Polite way of putting it. Ferocious hit from Raffier, but it's out. Apologises to his teammates for missing. No challenge coming. And Martzluf gets to serve again. Good blocking. Really good blocking. Iegbukedo's been the star so far for France. Been the star of the match. 12th point for him, and it's a monster block. Interesting that Coach Galami went to a whole bunch of substitutions before he went to the timeout. He's an unhappy coach. Very difficult, I think, when you're such a high-quality player to get it right, to find a way of working with your team and understanding that what you could do on a court isn't necessarily what they can do yet. And the best coaches, who are former players, former great players, are the coaches who learn to adapt to that. Nice work out of the pipe from Amin. Wow, I was just about to say this is the first competitive set we've had, but look at the scoreboard, it's still a 5-point advantage for France. And Equalizes continues to impress. Overpass, finished easily. Novacek it is with the finish, and a good one. Oh, nice. Oh dear. Well played, Guillaume Respo, first of all, for managing to leap from behind the attack line to make the set legally. Even more well played by Duflo Rossi for the roundhouse. Old school. And Coach Galami has gone back to the bench again. Bashir and Naderi return. He's got to be pretty close to his 6 substitution limit. Better from Iran. Great serve, great pass, great block. Wow, shoved straight back down into Jukanovic's face there by Nima, the middle. This will be painful. He won't have it back. Serving by Naderi. Duflo Rossi, though, is on hand. He's got a few shots in the old toolbox there. He's a good power hitter. He's got a really nice angle that he likes to farm for points, but he's also got the power tips, the knowledge to get the points. Whoa. William Laplace determined not to be outshone by Equalizes. Monster block. Iran and Coach Galami's options here running thin, certainly for set 3. Here's the problem, you can come into a match pumped up. Now, I've got no problem with that at all, as long as the players understand that the game ebbs and flows. And if you want to play pumped up, then pumped up means you have to win everything. How do you deal with losing points? And Iran have gone very quiet now. Equalizes wafts it into play. They've even had a problem with that serve. That's outside the antenna. That's France's point again. This is all falling to pieces at the moment for Iran.
Stand up, now everybody clap your hands.
Iran have to play for rhythm here. Must try and keep this performance together to be as tight as possible and to produce shots like that. Are we going to get a challenge? I think we might. Unless, of course, the referee is given a decision like a carry or a double touch. And if that is the case, it's not challengeable. Not in the current rules of the game. I'm sure we'll see stuff arrive eventually in that department. Timeout France. Just sensing a little bit of a momentum shift here in favour of Iran. Great serving. That's wicked serving. Well, that's one way to play your way into the game again. Lima just issuing an apology for this big hit. Can he find another one? He can. This is a good run from Rafia. Nice defence from Sakavi. And Iran win another one. This is a good run from the team in black. The men in black are back, although the scoreboard is still negative. That's a great hit. Florossi with the pass, takes the follow-up ball and he puts it wide. And this is a rather worrying run of points for the French coach, Jean-Manuel Le Provost. Three points in it now. Side out brings a 4-point lead, which is still fine for France, but they've got to get there. Wicked hit. Oh my goodness me, that is just insane defense. Talk about putting your body on the line. Guillaume Respo, watch this. Well, what you can see of it. I promise you that was something else from Respo. Unfortunately, it yielded nothing. Little change here. Novicic comes out. In comes Videnatsev, so he's come on specifically to try and provide a passing platform against what is a very, very good run of serving from Rafi Irad. Off pace, clever. France read it. And Duflo-Rossi is blocked. Well, he's asking the second referee to give a decision for a clash of legs at the net. That's not happening. That is not happening. What a comeback. 7 points down. And Iran have clawed it all the way back just to a single point difference. Another good serve. Side out, desperately important for France. They don't take it. Free ball. France have got to do this now. Well played. Jokanovic out of the pipe. Wasn't the best pass to Matsluf, but they ran it really well. France's lead is suddenly slender. fearsome hit. I mean, if you give him an angle, he will take it all day, straight into the chest of Duflo Rossi. Nima to serve. Natsev returns to the bench. Novicic comes back to the court. Brilliant, what a set. That is a very brave set from Martsluf, just flighting that ball to Laplace. He's nailed it. Good serving. Duflo Rossi puts Iran under pressure. Naderi, just no way past that block. Ball was just dropping inside. 3 blockers had gone after him. 3 tall blockers. Big wall from France. Challenge being used here by Adel Golami once again, just to take the sting out of the game. Buy his team a bit of breathing space. Long wait for this one, and it was always going to go France's way, much to the delight of the French fans in the background, much to the astonishment of one of the assistant coaches for Iran, who's going to get himself a card here if he's not careful. Well, net touch was the request. Certainly kick things off. Well, you can see the point that the Iran bench is making. The press on the block presses straight down onto the net. There's the argument from Iran. The argument is not going to be heard. Bashir is invited to get his coach to control himself. Yellow card will be issued. Coach Golami not happy at all. Well, that's added a little bit of spice to the game, hasn't it? Substitution. 13. Havar leaves the court, back in comes Amin. Duflo Rossi, after a long delay, serves again, he serves well. Oh, tremendous defence. Respo has to thread it between the antenna and does so. Oh, stunning point for France. No, it's touched the block. Iran have it. Well, the defence on that point was exquisite from Duflo Rossi and Respo. Iran, though, survive, nothing more. Vukanovic overran the ball and doesn't put it away after a good set from Martsluf. And Naderi, who's been out of the game for a while, comes back in at the perfect time. We're heading for a thrilling finish. France's turn now. to challenge the decision. That's better. Getting to the review nice and quick. That's better. We love the video challenge system, but if it takes a while to find the right footage, it can really stop the game and stop its flow. Iran don't want that at the moment. Nice. Just out of the back line, very smooth from Novacek. Just strokes that home past the block and defence. Now Laplace has a really awkward serve when he gets it right. Quite a laconic swing, but he produces power and angles with it. Dealt with, just. Trouble for Iran. Oh, wow. Decision not to block, and the decision was right. France forced the lead out to 3 points again. Now can Laplace get that cutter serve going across the front of the passes? No, straight across to the libero. Under control though, France can score. They get another go. Jokanovic rather awkwardly spoons it over. Defended by Laplace. Oh, clever from Duflo Rossi. Jumped and headed it, but I think if he's back court, he would have been above the height of the net. That would have caused an even bigger argument if that had gone France's way. Amin, can he keep his nerve? Raffier served them back into the game. Can Amin continue? It's out. We're going to have... Oh, I can't quite see the call there from the referee. Maybe going over the serve clock timing. Shot clock at 8 seconds exceeded. 24-21, France coming out of a tricky position. That's not going to be allowed to be played on, although Respo has just made a miracle pickup. 2 points then for France to seal the deal for 2-1. Amin will be the server. Generally safe server, but not necessarily with a lot of pressure. And coach Le Provost decides that his French team just need a little refocus here on the job in hand, and the job in hand is what volleyball players do hundreds of times a week. Pass, set, spike for the point. Plenty to think about for Adel Gholami, the Iran coach, because his team have played their way back into contention here. That bodes well for the next set, even if they lose this one. Good serve. Out of system, France attack through Novacek. Easily defended. Oh no! Oh, that is such a shame. It wasn't the best pass, and Ashir was already moving one way and slipped. And France get out of jail in set number 3. They lead by 2-1. This is really unlucky. Naderi completely right, expecting his setter Ashir to be able to get to that ball, but it wasn't the best from Amin. 25-14, 25-14, and at last we've got a set that looks competitive. 28 minutes, 25-22 to France. They lead Iran 2-1. They are one set away from the gold medal final against Poland tomorrow on VBTV. French block was really good in that set. That caused a lot of problems for Iran. Igbokero remains the top scorer, 13 points to him. Clafier on 12 for Iran. As we look at the highlights from set 3, plenty of them. Potentially we're in for a big game here. This could be a big finish. France lead, but Iran showing signs towards the back end of set 3 that they are back in the match. And there's a bit of spice there. There's a couple of teams that are fired up. The benches are fired up. All the ingredients are there for what should be a thrilling finish to this one. Well, that's a massive call from Adel Gholami. He's taken his captain off. Arshia is not going to start this set. Instead, it's going to be the backup setter, Ramazani. And there's a problem with the rotation, and this sometimes happens even to the best. You submit your rotation, the players have to go out there and stand in the places that you've put them in to be checked by the referees. And we are okay. We are okay. The right numbers are out there. They were just temporarily in the wrong place. Away we go then with set number 4, and this could be a biggie. Massive decision by Coach Gholami of Iran to replace his captain and setter. Nice. And the new setter on court. Defensive touch. An early lead, and then Coach Gholami's hand is forced, and he's going to have to bring his captain back in, but he might be bringing him into a very adverse situation. It is going to be a tricky situation. Well, it's not the only substitution that's going to happen for Iran. They are finally going to bring the big man in. Zayed Hussein Zamani, 2 meters and 8 tall. He is a physical specimen in the number 7 shirt. He hits the ball very hard. See what I mean? Straight off the arms of Novicic. Iran have their first point of this 4th set. It's a set they have to win. they'll be confined to the bronze medal final. Amin to serve. Good pass from Respo under pressure. Oh, wow. He's done it all game, hasn't he? Iegbukedo has been there, he's been available, he's been high, and he's been found every time by the setter, Marzluf. France confidence is high. They really fancy this now. Well, it's come off the block, so Iran get the point, but not convincingly. Just on the line from Zamani. Iegbukedo, incidentally, is the leading scorer. 15 points for the French middleman. Won't get a set there. That's good defense. That's really good work from Iran, and they've earned the chance to win the point. Raffier is blocked. Interestingly, Zamani has come in for Naderi. So Coach Galami has really changed this up for Iran. I know it's only 2 substitutions, but it's key players. Iegbukedo, good serve. Tight. Defensively brilliant again from France, but this one is wayward. Mustn't get too caught up in thinking about those elements, though. It's a good play. Marzluf can't make it. Now it's about the next point to follow. It's about siding out on the Zamani serve. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Pipe to Jokanovic, who hits it inside. Real perfection here. Anything that can go wrong for Iran at the moment is going wrong. Backcourt attackers stepping on the line. Passes going astray. And Coach Galami and his players under real pressure here. France in the ascendancy. France on their way to the gold medal final as things stand. Probably could have done better with that, Marzluf. Timing was good from Hien Laplace, but just didn't reach over far enough, and Raffier gets the point. Buzzer goes to indicate once again the serving clock time has been exceeded. Pace of play so important in the modern game. This is messy. Good Florossi then. Puts the ball into play. Might have been going long, but Iran played it. Florossi defends. Chance here. Not taken initially by Jokanovic, and then Marzluf gets in on the action and sneaks a point. That's a really well played shot by the French setter. Well, the Iran team spirit just isn't where it was at the start of this match. They were flying in set one. But you can quite clearly see that the captain Arshir Sadati, the setter, is not happy about being off court right now. He wants to be out there with an opportunity to influence the game, but he's out. Starting opposite Naderi, he's out. Big changes for Iran, and at the moment it's not working. France are comfortable in set 4, 5-point lead. Another ball that might have been going long, played. And that one definitely is long. Zamani gave it the full throttle there, and it's way out. French team as one, getting their fans on side. Now Duflo-Rossi may go off pace here. No, keeps the pace on it. It's a good serve again. Defended by Respo. Another chance for France to score. Zamani falls to the floor in defence. That's an extremely good hit, but Duflo-Rossi's all over it, as is the Iran block. Trouble here for France. Negotiated very nicely indeed. Quick thinking. Novicic bump sets to Jokanovic. Okay, so Coach Galami forced to relent. Back in comes his captain, Arshir. Back in comes Naderi. Now, it may be genius coaching. It may be that he just wants those two players fired up and engaged again. But unfortunately, the price he's paid is a serious lead for France. playing what a rally after the ball's been served into the net. Different. Tight. Yeah, well done. Well played by Arshir. He's the starting setter for a reason. He's a very solid player. Six points to find for Iran before France can get to 25. Well, they nearly did it. 7 points down in set 3, and they nearly turned it over. Not the most convincing hit from Iekbakedo, but good enough. He is going really well. 16 points for the middleman. Top scorer. Sliced down the line by Amin. Just check the computer, and Iekbakedo's gone to 17 points. Amin into double figures on 11. Amin will serve. Iran need a run here. At last, they defend Iekbakedo. Oh, brilliant from Respo, but not quite brilliant enough. Here we go. We saw it in set number 3. The comeback on the back of Raffi's serving by Iran really rattled France. No comeback on this visit. Now, France need to stay on top of their game here. Got to keep being aggressive. But that risk needs to come with reward as opposed to error. They mustn't lose their rhythm. It's such a fine balancing act. Gulami and Captain Ashir in conversation. They look like they're talking again. That's a really good set. It's great to disguise the set, but if you can get that ball out of your hands quicker than it came in, the blockers aren't going to get there. Good middle attack. Been relatively few middles for Iran today, and that's because the pass hasn't quite been there. The French serving has been really solid. And that first set where they got beaten soundly by Iran has been forgotten now.
Stand up. Now everybody clap your hands.
Novacek, high toss, puts the ball in court with pressure. Out of system swing for Naderi, it's a good hit. That is a very good hit. The French players not imposing themselves as much on this set as they were. And I think the Iran fans just need that little bit more encouragement to get back into the game. They've gone a bit quiet. And the serving heroics of Rafier not repeated this time around. Might get another chance before the game is done. French captain Duflo-Rossi has been one of the players of the tournament because of serving like that. Good pass from Iran though. Not the best set from Arshia. Good coverage from Sakiavi. Not so good from Amin. Referee says play on, and the French block is strong. Naderi, third time to Amin. He goes tip, covered easily by Respo. Out of the back line, good swing from Novacek. Brilliant rally. Continues. Amin. And they take their hands away, and it gets flighted out of the back. Well, Amin still thinks he's got a touch here on Laplace. I love the fans. I love the fans in the background. There's always somebody explaining something to someone. This is an interesting one to explain. The blockers realised Amin was winding up for a massive block-out swing. So they've just taken their hands away and allowed him to hit out. Amin thinks that he caught the hands just as they were being removed. Let's see. Let's see if he's right. So he didn't fully remove his hands. He was definitely interested in the block, and that circle generally means there's been a little tickle on the fingertips. All the French players going over to the referees, and now we're going to see a counter video challenge. Well, I have to say, this has been a bizarre match. It's been so up and down, and I guess that's a product of the amount of pressure on the players, of the amount of volleyball that they've played over the course of the last 10 days. It's been a big schedule for them. And as mature and as brilliant as these players are, they're still young, 16, 17, 18 years of age. This is never comfortable when you are trying to get a game done. The last thing you want is for your rhythm to be disturbed by this, but waiting for video challenges that you lose, that's a really tough thing to try and overcome. France will take any help they can get right now. That was fortuitous. Brilliant ace from Laplace. I told you he could hit them, and he's found one just when his team need it. Absolutely brilliant from William Laplace. 19-12, France getting closer and closer to this gold medal final. A showdown with Poland for the title. It's all going their way, and the defending under-19 champions who won the title back in Argentina in San Juan in 2023 are just 5 points away from a shot at defending. Laplace goes again. This time he gets it wrong, but he's already done some much there. His middle blocking colleague, incidentally, is the top scorer in this match on 17. French block reigns supreme, and the game's top scorer, Baquero, takes himself to 18 points. Magnificent. Not this time. Not this time. The Dairy manages to work it off the hands. Captain, incidentally, Arshia is off court again. Backup setter is on. Number 21, Ramazani, finds Nadal. Good pass from Duflorossi. Cracking block from Amin, and the Dairy can't finish it. Oh, referee's given it Iran's way, and France don't challenge. Good spot from the ref on the block touch. Well, it wouldn't be Iran without some drama, which is why we love watching them play. But I'm afraid they might be fresh out of drama at the back end of this semi-final. France will be delighted about that fact, because they are on their way. Jukanovic to serve. Off pacer. Catches out Sakavi. And that's thrashed through the block. You could see the blockers there licking their lips. They thought that was going to be a massive stop on Amin, but no. And the other Amin, but with an R, is back to serve. It's good defence, unlucky Iran, well played France. 2 points away. Novicic with the kill. All off the back of the work by Jukanovic. France's hero, Bakeda with the serve. Puts a good one in. Naderi off the wing, hits very hard and cross court for the kill. And Naderi goes to serve as well. The left-hander here after a good swing might be feeling good.
Substitution by France. 13 out, number 17.
So a little throw of the height dice. Fidenadzev leaves the court. Back in comes Novacek. 2 side outs put France, the defending champions, in the final. Good serve. Novacek, tricky ball to hit, and he's hit it really well. The net touch gives France the point. It gives them semi-final points. One away now from a place in the gold medal final. Novacek out of play. They're going to have to do it via the side out. And the only man that can stop them is finally back around to the service line. The man who put together such a wonderful serving run in set 3 that almost put Iran back in it. Can he do it again? Rafier serves. Good one. Great start. Buflorossi, the captain, can't beat the block. And Iran trying to make this as difficult for France as they can. Into the net, it's over. France are on their way to the gold medal final with a 3-1 victory over Iran. Well, it was a remarkably complex game of volleyball, so many ups and downs, so many considerations, but it was France that played themselves back into the match after a tricky start and then produced some very, very good volleyball to hold off any kind of recovery or response from this talented Islamic Republic of Iran team. That's nice to see coaches, staff and players taking the time to congratulate each other, but it's France that will have the smiles on their faces at the end of the handshake because they get a chance to defend the title. (3-1) it is then. A mentally and physically demanding match. France meet Poland for the title tomorrow on VBTV, and Iran will be playing off with Spain for the bronze medal. Well, the emotions on both sides of the net, understandable. Joy for France, it's desolation for an Iran team that started this game so well. Look at that, 25-14 in 19 minutes. Iran looked like they were going to be unstoppable, but real character from France to come back. 25-14, 25-22, 25-19. France win the match. 3-1 and book a place with destiny here in Tashkent in Uzbekistan, with gold up for grabs.